Hi, this is Guy Mariel Stinson for KCBME. I'm so excited to have you on board. I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to share this amazing chapter with you. It's going to be something that can profoundly change your life, your business, your ministry. Why? Because we are here. Our mission is to teach you what you do not know so that you can be empowered with the heart of God, walking in alignment with the wisdom that is in His Word for you, your faith, your family, your finances, and your future. So one of the questions, which is probably one of the most obvious, is, Guy, how is this different from any other networking group or any other chamber out there? Well, the answer comes down to a little bit of my background, which is that I felt I was called into ministry at a very young age and have passionately sought the Lord. Specifically, I've had a sense of we as the body of Christ, the world is heading for a time of extreme stress, upheaval, and crisis. And so my life has been focused on, God, how are we going to get through this time? What is your wisdom? What is your answer? Now, here's a clue for you, which is that when you ask questions other people are not asking, guess what? You are going to start finding answers other people do not have. And that's been my experience over and over and over again. And as I've had this reflection of what I'm experiencing versus what other people are experiencing, it led me to understand that the world has a different education curriculum to the one the Lord has for us. In other words, there are two levels that we are living in. We're living in the level of heaven, of God, of religion, of faith. And then we're living on a world that very often is devoid of these things. And Jesus says you can't serve God and mammon. And again, there's those two levels. Jesus also says we must ask and He will answer. Knock on the door, it will be open to us. Now, I know that refers to salvation, but the principle is also true generally. If we have questions for our business, ask. But the world will not tell us that. The world will not teach us that there is a higher level of wisdom we can access. Now, the Bible refers to that higher level in many places, which is for you and for your business and for your family and for your finances and so on. And for example, in Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 to 14, it talks about if you are careful to obey your God and keep all of His commandments, these blessings will overtake you. And they include a remarkable list. The list includes you will be blessed going in and blessed coming out. You will be blessed in your kneading trough, in the work of your hands, in the city. And it just goes on, describing blessings God has for you. Now remember, He is the one who inspires His word. And if it's not on His heart for you to have these kind of blessings, why would He put it into His word? We can go into all sorts of theological debate about this, but I want you to understand the principle is that when we do things God's way, there are laws like the law of gravity that just simply exist. If you step off a cliff, you will fall. Why? Because the law of gravity is just the law of gravity. And similarly, when we learn that there are laws of heaven to do things with practical wisdom, they have a powerful impact on your business. But the problem is that our school systems will never teach us these things. And so we don't know what we don't know. And Hosea 4 verses 6 says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So when you find yourself in debt, when you find yourself struggling, when you find yourself not the head, but the tail, which is opposite to what Deuteronomy 28 tells us, we should stop and say, but God, there is something that doesn't match up here. And that's what I spent my whole life doing, saying, God, why are Christians struggling? Why are we in debt? Why are we not more effective? Why are we second-rate citizens in many situations? Why do we lack authority and so on? And all of that has led me to the understanding there's two levels from which we can operate. Now, you might say to me, Guy, give me evidence of this. Well, think of the world's richest people. The world's 1% own something like 90 to 99% of the world's wealth. Just 1%. How does that happen? Well, it happens because they go in search of the knowledge that you and I are not taught at school. And they find, but there's a different level of knowledge, and they start applying that to their life, and it empowers them immensely. Our mission is very, very intentional. We want you to be successful. Why? Not for greed, not for plunder, but so that you have the capacity and the overflow to become a vessel that the kingdom can use to bless others and to bless the nations of the earth. We would love you to be involved. We'd love you to open up your own chamber in your own community. It's a powerful, powerful way to be a discipler, to be an influencer, to build your status in your community, to build your network, and to build your business as well in the most beautiful way. We're very intentional. Our mission is not for one of our members to fail, but for every single one of our members to be an astounding success. But in order for that to happen, you have to commit yourself to walk the program, to do the program, to do the studies, to do the courseware, to do the training, and then to help others do so too. So that's my invitation to you. May God bless you. Enjoy this. Form circles, find people that you can work through, that you can go through the lessons together, form your local kingdom chambers, and we will grow this together. This is going to be profoundly wonderful, amazingly impactful, and life-changing for your faith, family, finances, and future. So welcome on board. May God bless you. I wish you well and much success.